Con, I want to give all praise and glory to the Most High God.
That's your train, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, take it easy.
God bless y'all.
Take it easy. In serious mode. Give all praise and glory to the Most High God. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua, which is giving all praise to the Most High in the name of His only begotten Son, who we call Christ, who the world Italy calls Jesus, but we call him Yahushua Mashiach.
That's right.
But the Esau man came up here, and you got that John 1:18, because he said he was literally saying that he believes in the Bible, but he also pointed and wanted to go to the Quran too, which don't make no damn sense, right? Because you said both Abraham religions, but the Quran don't make no. The Quran just means to recite. It don't make no sense to say that you believe in both books. Why won't you believe in the first book like the Quran says you do in the first place?
Right.
It says if you have any questions, you doubt anything, go to the first book. Hey, anybody got they Babylon and 10 book too? The book?
I do, but it's in the car.
All right, I think I got it in my bag. I'll check it, but I want to bring something out in there.
What you looking for?
Give me John 1:18 real quick.
This is the book of John, chapter 1 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
No man hath seen Yahweh at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him.
Right, because he sat there and said, yeah, I've talked to God. I've seen him. I got a relationship with God. Well, how do you have a relationship with God in the Quran? Right? You have a relationship with Allah, not the Most High God, right? Because there be gods many, as 1 Corinthians says, right? But there's only one Most High God. Give me that John 5 and 37 real quick, Baba Cashapp. What you got? What you
It's the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Right, because how you going to believe in the Quran and the Holy Bible, right? The unholy Quran and then the Holy Bible.
Right.
Which we know that holy just means separate, set apart. These are the set apart records. But then you go to the Quran, which is reciting the Bible. And it's a horrible recitation, right?
Right.
Like it's a horrible recitation of the Bible. Like it's barely quoting the Bible, right? We're quoting Muhammad's thoughts.
Right.
Because he was illiterate. Right? He couldn't write, didn't read or write.
And literally, he knew that Israel was the chosen. Even in that.
I need that.
Yeah, you've been waiting on
hey,
this. It's your time to shine.
check my bag real quick. Get that Babylon and 10 book 2 Bible shop. Right? It's in there? All praise. Give me page 40, I think it's page 48. Give me that, did you find John 5 and 37? Yeah.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 5 and verse 37. And the Father himself, which hath sent me, have borne witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice.
You have not what?
Heard his voice.
Not what?
Heard.
Ye have neither heard his voice.
But he said he heard the voice of the Lord. He said he spoke to God.
Hey, y'all come hear the word,
How
man.
can
We
you
out
do
here
that?
for y'all.
You down here on earth.
Heard the
This is his
word.
footstool. How you doing today, sister? Y'all getting ready to go to Razoo's and eat good?
I got flyers.
Y'all get ready to eat good? Don't eat no shrimp, sister. Leave that shrimp alone. Them crab legs, that catfish, those are bottom feeders, sis. Y'all above that. Y'all princess of the Most High God, all right?
That's right.
Y'all be blessed, sis, and keep the commandments and repent. For the kingdom of heaven is at hand. What else? Is there some more on that? Go ahead.
This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed.
Right? Even, hey, sister, the pig, that's the swine, sis. Listen to this.
He is unclean to you.
That's unclean. Don't eat it, sis. Don't do it. Don't do it, sister.
Of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. Ye are unclean to you.
Right? We know ain't supposed to touch those dead things, man. Because all that bacteria, them parasites, them worms, man,
Right.
get up in your food.
Right.
Then you, hey, man, what? Man, juice flowing out your body, man. Bring that out real quick. Starting, say the page number and go down. Matter of fact, I think it's 45. Yeah, there we go. Start right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I want you to start. Yeah, here we go. Read that right there. Read that right.
This is the book of Babylon, the 10 book 2, page 45. When Muhammad was born, many Arabs were still worshiping the sun, stars, spirits, and idols. The Arabs processed 360 idols.
360 idols, man. Bro, come on.
One for each day of the year.
Right. You know what's crazy though? And what's the Islamic sign right now? The little crescent moon
With
and the star.
Yeah. And they got the Kaaba.
Bro, y'all still worship, right? Y'all still worship. If you type in, matter of fact, if you type in Mecca on your phone right now, if you got an iPhone, the emoji that's gonna pop up is the Kaaba stone. It's gonna be a black stone.
Even the entity Allah, it's a picture of him. It's a little demon. I don't know if y'all ever seen it, but it's actually, Google it. You can pull it up. It's
I think somebody emoji or somebody.
not the emoji, but it's an actual entity. When they talk about Allah, it's not just, they not saying like the Hebrew word means power. No, it's an actual entity, like something that they used to pray to, right? That you can look up. It's like a little demon, you know what I'm saying? But it actually has an image, is what I'm saying.
Let's keep going on that. That's some good stuff in there. Let's go down to right there.
This is the same book, Babylon to Timbuktu, page 45. In the early years of Muhammad's life, he passed his time as a shepherd boy. We must remember that many successful men have arisen from insignificant and humble conditions. Watching the sun by day and the stars by night left opportunity for Muhammad to contemplate in solitude and reflect on the events of profundities of the world.
Right. Because he over here looking at the stars and the moon. That's where you're getting this stuff from right now, right? That's where we're getting this stuff right now. Bring that up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 19.
How y'all doing, sis?
Unless thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them.
Right. Driven to worship them because that's what they worship right now, man. They worshiping idols. They still in idolatry, right? Because they don't have they don't serve the Most High God Yahweh, right? They serve Allah, which just means power in the Arabic and even in the Hebrew, right? That's where you see the Allahayim, right? Which just means powers. Like where is he getting this guy Allah from? Right? Keep going.
On his business trips, he met Jews, Christians, and members of other sects.
He met what?
Jews, Christians, and members of other sects.
Who are the Jews today? Who are the so-called Jews then that are the same people today?
That's right.
What color is Christ depicted in the Bible?
That's right.
What depiction did you get of King Solomon? What depiction did you get of the Most High God and the angels? So did the color change? Ain't nothing changed but the time, man. The skin color, the people, the swag, the salt is still here. We still the chosen people of this book. We still those Jews that Muhammad ran into thousands of years ago, right? And this is after Christ died, right?
There you go.
All praise. This is, hey, listen, big money, man. I like it. All right, let's keep going on that.
He interrogated them concerning the tenets of their religions. He frequented the environment of the Jews and their rabbis,
Right.
mostly because they were merchants of an omnipresent ethnic group. Because he could not read or write.
He could not what?
He could not read or write. His ears were attentive and keen to everything that the Jews related to him.
Man, so how he write the Quran? Like who is his illustrator? Right? Who is his publisher? You have any questions today, ma'am?
That's the question we got to put on.
You have any questions? You don't? Okay, take it easy. Who wrote what? She really started. I thought she was going to ask a question. She was staying home.
His wife was in Catholicism, and she actually wrote for him. Yeah, for sure.
Let's go talk about it. Khadijah's wife, Khadijah, right?
Yeah.
Keep going on that.
Muhammad learned and extracted much from the Jewish religion and compounded it with a new religion.
They knew what?
With a new religion.
Which is discipline.
Islam. When Khadijah, a rich widow, heard of the great reputation of Muhammad, she employed him in her business. He went on a business deal, transacted it with good results, and returned home at an advantage time. Muhammad was amazed at the beauty of Khadijah. He had not seen her before because he had received his position by proxy. Khadijah was immensely gratified by the way he conducted her affairs and the manner in which he presented himself to her. Muhammad was not a tall man, but he had such broad shoulders that he looked like a giant. Muhammad had curly,
But it's but it's just I'm just going into the depiction of who Muhammad was and what he looked like. You reading that?
Okay, fine. Muhammad had curly, woolly hair that gave him an excellent appearance. Finally, Muhammad married Khadijah, the rich woman of the city of Mecca.
When city of what?
The city of Mecca, when she was about 40 years old.
So how was that the Holy Land then? Why is Mecca considered to be the Holy Land? Because your wife was there?
Right.
Woman
Like,
worship.
right, that's basically what it is, because your wife lived there. It's just like Stedman being with Oprah.
Right.
This is what it is right now. This is my wife's house, so y'all come worship. Y'all come worship the rock over here in Mecca, man. This is the Holy Land. Go ahead and bring it out.
This is Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 1. And ye shall make you no idols, nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your
What?
of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am the Lord your God.
And that's an authority.
Hey, listen, man. That's a law, statute, and commandment. Clearly, Muhammad wasn't tuning in when the Jews, right, and the rabbis was reading that, because they got a whole stone, a whole
This
black
right here.
rock that they sit down or kneel down and kiss and bow down towards or circle the rock. I don't know how many times they circle the rock, right? Which is crazy, man. Like, this is idolatry at its best. And our people love
yeah,
idolatry.
that's perfect.
Our people love man worship and woman worship. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, we got the Most High God who brought us out of the land of Egypt, put us in our own land where we can serve him and worship him. Yeah, go and put it up to the camera. Get a picture of that. That's supposed to be Allah.
This is Allah.
Look like Cyclops,
One
man.
of the images of Allah.
Like, our people go off, man. Our people love going off. Our people love hoarding. Why do we have to? How you doing today, sister? You doing all right? Do you love God, sister? How can I show that I love God? How do you show God that you love him, sister? You do what? I'm saying, how do you show that you love God? Come talk to us. Literally, 5 seconds, sister. 5 seconds. We'll let you be on your way. Can we read the scripture to you then, sister? Can we read the scripture to you then? Give me Exodus 28. Hey, we'll hold you to it. Listen to this. Walk real slow, sister. Matter of fact, walk backwards.
20 and 8. This is Exodus 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thy labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath day of the Lord thy God.
This is the 7th day, sister. Not the 7th day of Venice, but this is the 7th day. This is Sabbath day to you. All right? So keep it holy. All praise, man. What you got? What you reading right here?
This is the unholy Quran. Surah 2 and 122.
The toilet tissue doctrine right here, man.
O children of Israel, call to mind my favor which I bestowed on you, and that I made you excel the nations. That's it.
Man, so I don't understand why you want to read this book when it's telling you about the true Jews, the Israelites, right here in this book. This is our history, our book of records. That's literally what Bible means in the Greek, man. Book. Book of records, man. This is the set apart book, right? What's that? You got something?
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 19. Woe unto him that said to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, arise. It shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. And there is no breath at all in the midst of it.
Right, because when's the last time you ever heard that cobblestone talk, man?
Right.
Or blow a wind?
Bring it out.
That thing can't even blow a fart, man. But they want to sit there and worship and kiss that rock, man. How many people, you know how unsanitary that is?
Right.
You know how unsanitary it is to kiss the same rock that people that leaned up against, put their foreheads on, and they didn't kiss it too? Brothers got herpes on their lips over
How
there,
you doing,
man.
sister?
How you doing, all right? Hey, sister, do you believe in God? You do? How do you show that you love God, sister? How do you show that you love God? You try to live in his will and his... Okay, come on. So do you know what can I show you what the Most High's will is? Go ahead. Can I show you what the Most High's will is according to the Bible? Do you believe in the Bible, sister? All praise, all praise. We appreciate you walking up there to talk to us today, sister.
My sister fly, man.
Yeah, all praise. We appreciate you even coming up here and walking with
you too.
Okay. He got
Okay.
Okay, all praise, all praise.
Okay.
That's beautiful. We appreciate y'all. Y'all getting ready to go eat some food at Razzo's? All right, all right. But listen to this. We're going to show you what the will of the Most High is, okay?
This is Psalms 40 and 8. I delight to do thy will, oh my God. Yeah, thy law is within my heart.
Right? So the Most High's will is the law. Us keeping the law, right? Just like our parents. Our mother and our father gave us commandments. They gave us a promise that we were supposed to upkeep the house and do our chores, get good grades. Well, the Most High has laws according to the Bible. Right? So give me that. First John.
You said you love God, right? So this is how you show God that you love Him.
According to his word.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 2. By this we know that we love the children of God when we love God and keep his commandments.
Right.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
His commandments are not hard to keep. Is it hard for us to clean our rooms? Is it hard for us to sweep the floor and do the dishes? It's not hard to keep the Most High's commandments. You keep the laws here in America.
You're right.
Right? Y'all about to go pay for y'all parking right now. Y'all there following the law.
Yeah.
Well, we can follow the Most High's laws too because it's not hard. He just said it. And this, we're reading the New Testament too, sister.
Now this one of the laws that we got to keep right now. All right, bring it up. This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 9. These shall you eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat. And all that have not fins and scales,
Whatever doesn't have fins and scales in the water, so meaning fish that have fins and scales, we're not supposed to eat those things. Okay. So the crabs, the lobster, the shrimp. Do y'all eat that, sister? Y'all eat none of it? All praise.
I'll praise.
Let's give
I'll
sister a
praise.
hand. All praise to the Most High for that.
Oysters,
Right.
the clam, you can't eat none of
Now,
that.
what about pork? You eat pork?
That's all right.
Listen, we're gonna read
here
it.
for, sis.
We're gonna read it,
We're
sister.
not condemning you.
We're gonna
We
read
just
it.
gotta give you, what the word says. This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine, okay, though he divided the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
That's an unclean beast that we're not supposed to eat. That's a garbage disposal. That's like a vacuum cleaner for the earth, for the land. Right? Just like the shrimp is a bottom feeder. It's like a sea filter. So we're not supposed to be eating that pork. Because you think about it, all our people right now have high blood pressure, gout, heart disease, having heart attacks. Go and bring out what you got.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. Our scripture is given in inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instructions in righteousness.
And righteousness, sister. Because this is a righteous thing to do, meaning the right thing to do. Would you say it is right to disobey the Most High God?
No, it's not. That
So,
is
right. So by eating pork, would you think we're being unrighteous?
very unrighteous.
So would you, so since you know now that it is unlawful and unrighteous to eat pork, will you stop eating, sister?
I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to ask the strength to stop it.
You're gonna ask for shrimp to stop it? Well, I know who can give you some shrimp. Get that for me.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 24. And the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Lord our God for our good always, that he might preserve us alive as it is at this day. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God as he has commanded us.
Right. So if we do this, this is our righteousness. This is proof that we can say to our Father, look, I clean my room, which is your temple. Your body is a temple. You got to keep it clean. You don't want to profane it by eating pork. Now, you saying you got to pray about it, but I wouldn't pray about eating roaches, right? Okay, well, I'm going to show you. You got it? Go ahead.
I got that. I got a precept. This is Philippians 4 and 13. I can do all things through Christ.
No, we can only do some things. We can only do something.
I can do all things.
I can do no things.
I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me.
So you saying you're gonna pray about it, sister, but you just, number one, you got to make up your mind that I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna do it. All right, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 66. I'm gonna start at verse 15. This is a future prophecy. What's going on, King? You all right? Fine. Now this is a future prophecy for our people when Christ and the Most High returns in the day of the Lord, right?
Right. So we're reading to the sister right now that she understands already that shrimp, crab, and lobster is off limits. She don't want that. She don't eat that. But she's saying the pork, she has to pray about it, right? So understand, our people love pork, but we at the highest rate of immortality when it comes to eating pork, which gives us diabetes, gout, high blood pressure, cancer. That all comes from eating pork, right? That is an unclean beast.
I seen a study today, actually this morning, where a doctor was saying a lot of the root of all disease stems from your gut health and your diet. Right. A lot of disease is literally based on what you put in your body.
The Bible even tells us this, though. The Bible instructs us this, right? And matter of fact, you can get that in Deuteronomy 28, I think it's verse.
This is Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Most High will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Most High plead with all flesh. And slain of the Lord shall be many. That they that sanctified themselves and purified themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh.
So we're saying those people that are eating swine's flesh are going to get destroyed by nuclear fire, right? It's literally said that, right? You understood that, right?
They that sanctified themselves and purified themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst.
The word sanctified is talking about separating themselves. So you have people that are eating good, eating clean, and keeping the laws, and you have people that are separating themselves, not following the laws, right?
Eating swine's flesh, and the abomination, and the mouse shall be consumed together.
They all gonna get destroyed, not just because you're eating pork, but because you're eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, and all the abominations in the Bible, which you just.
What y'all
represent the nation, our
right.
nation, right? Our people. We believe that our people are the people of the Bible.
We are the real Jews and the Hebrews of the Bible. So this code of ethics, laws, statutes, commandments is for us.
That's right.
In order for us to restore our nation, we have to come back.
We're talking about the whole entire Bible, from Genesis all the way to Revelation.
The law was only given originally to God's covenant people.
We are those people.
Right.
That's what we say.
But the law didn't apply to those that were outside of the covenant, which is considered Gentiles. Right?
We're talking to you.
Right. We're talking about blood, not us that have been grafted in.
No, we don't believe it.
I'm not
Let me get it.
Not by blood. I'm not a blood Israelite or a blood Jew.
But how do you? Why would you say that? Why would you say that you're not?
I wasn't born. I don't have Jewish roots. My lineage my ancestry doesn't go back to Jewish or Israel.
You're Israel. Yeah, I got you. So your nationality is not based on that. I mean, it is based on the land. But how did you get to America in the first place? Right. From where? Okay. And then where were we before that? Do you know where your people came from before that?
I had to trace it down to a certain tribe.
It's-
I mean, but it was
Right. You.
give me that Jeremiah.
Right. You want to bring it up.
It's 17 before you mean? Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee.
He gave us inheritance. We know our history, right? We know our history only through this Bible. We know our history. You don't know the history, right? Why?
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. That's right. Hold on. Who's he talking to? No. Author of that book, what was he reading? Prophet Jeremiah. Who was he writing to?
Right.
Now, who was he specifically? Who was he? Is he talking about
Israel, it's a
the point where
prophecy.
they're in captivity?
Yes.
Okay, so who he was talking to? Those that were in captivity at that time, right?
He's talking to the Israelites, the whole nation of Israel.
In that dispensation.
Yes.
Time, right?
Yes. If you read Jeremiah from the top, he's talking to Israel.
I read.
Go ahead.
So what we may or may not understand, I'm not trying to put you in a box, but I'm saying prophecy does not just pertain to a certain period of time.
Yeah.
So
Prophecy was.
hold on,
There
let
was
me
certain
finish, gang.
prophets
Let me
with
finish.
certain dispensations.
Right, but let me finish.
So
gang.
Noah.
Let me finish, gang.
Yeah,
You answering why I say what I'm saying. You gotta let me say what I'm saying. Prophecy can be fulfilled at multiple times, at multiple occasions.
Right.
Right.
Certain
So
types of prophecy.
I'm not saying types of prophecies. I'm gonna say certain prophecies were for now, then, and the future. Like some things came to pass and they're gonna happen again.
Right.
Right. So
It's called apocalyptic. Like you can't talk about apocalyptic prophecy.
Thank you.
well, no, this is what I'm saying. Some of those prophecies that even Jeremiah was talking about was not. It wasn't just apocalyptic prophecies. He was talking about Babylon and mystery Babylon. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't just put in a bottle for one time frame. He's talking about multiple times, but this topic relates to both or different time periods. You see what I'm saying? So even though he may say Babylon, yes, this place Babylon, but I'm also talking about the future, mystery Babylon. You see what I'm saying? Can I give an example on that? Go ahead.
This is Revelations chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also the Lord was crucified. So we know that the Most High, can I just let play? So we know that Christ wasn't, he wasn't killed here in America, but he's referencing Sodom, Egypt, he's referencing Rome captivity and America all in one. It's called double fold, triple fold.
Christ was also crucified here because we know what Christ really looks like. This is the Satan. Absolutely. So this is a crucifixion of the real Christ. It's spiritual.
So what I'm saying is when you rightly divide the word of truth and knowledge, line up on line, precept on line. That's right. So you can't isolate the scripture and then make a whole doctrine out of it.
Absolutely.
You know, a few scriptures. You have to read it in its entirety. Absolutely. To grasp the concept of who he's talking to in that time. Absolutely. What was going on in that time. Right. The author. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to bring a scripture out of Jeremiah and make it applicable in now.
Can we show you how it's applicable now?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna
Show me how
read
what he
Revelation
just read is applicable to me in this dispensation of time.
Now watch this. I got Deuteronomy 28. Okay, go ahead.
This is Revelations 22 and 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book.
Prophecy of this book. He's testifying the prophecy of this book. That's what we're reading right now. Go ahead and bring what you got.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. Are you familiar?
That's the law, right?
That's the law. Okay. All right. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. He said
Again with ships. When did the Israel or the Jews, the Israelites, ever go back into Egypt again? And even then, if you look at the landmass of Israel and Egypt, do you need a boat to get from Israel to Egypt?
But they went back in their mind.
Listen.
We stayed in Egypt.
They did.
Right,
say that.
listen.
So they didn't go physically, but they went back.
But this is talking about physically. This is talking about physically. I'm going to read it again. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right, who is he talking to?
He's talking to the Israelites. So this is Exodus chapter
That's in
20,
Deuteronomy, though, right?
Deuteronomy
So
28.
you regress because we went from Jeremiah, which is
No.
We showing you prophecy right now. We showing you prophecy right now.
I'm telling you. I got you. Right. This is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. We're trying to land a plane, but we're painting the premise. Okay. This is Exodus 20 and 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is synonymous with bondage, right? The word Matazarium, Egypt, that's Mizraim, that's the Hebrew meaning double straits, rock in a hard place, right?
So I'm going to read that same verse again, but instead of saying Egypt, I'm going to say bondage, because we know that Egypt means bondage now, right? And the Lord shall bring thee into bondage again with ships.
How did we get over here to America? Okay.
By the way whereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We never saw the physical place, Egypt, but like you said, spiritually, right? Let's keep going.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
Who did we get sold to when we got off those slave ships? Do you know who we got sold to, brother? Sister, let me ask you, who did we get sold to? We got. Okay.
For bondmen, slave men, and bond women, slave women, and no man shall buy you.
And that word buy is going into the word redeem.
That's right.
Because think about it. We did have some people that were bought out of slavery, right? You could actually go and buy your children or buy your wife out of slavery. We had some kings in Congo who bought their daughters, the princesses, out of slavery. But as a conglomerate, as a people, we were never bought back out of our slavery, our captivity, and taken back to our homeland.
Right.
All right? You understand that, brother? All right.
Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
You said who our enemies were, right? That we were sold to, right? Let's keep going.
In hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness.
So if we want food, where do we got to go? If we want water, who we got to buy it from? If we want to get clothes, Nike, who do we get it from? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't own Razzoos. We don't own Albertsons and Walmart. We don't own Nike, right? Hell, you cannot physically collect rainwater. You cannot collect your own water. It's illegal. So you have to buy, right? Exactly. You got to pay a water bill. Even if you don't go buy water out there, you just get water out your house, you still got to pay a water bill, right? Let's keep going.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
If you type in yoke of iron on your phone right now, the only people you're going to see is so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans with a yoke of iron on their neck. You haven't seen any other people on this earth that ever had a yoke of iron on their neck. If you have, show me. And I'll stand corrected, but you won't find it. I'll try.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
How did he destroy us? We just read that in Jeremiah 17 and 4. We don't even know our heritage anymore. We are destroyed. Your name is no longer Kuta Kinte, it's Toby. You come from Africa. We don't even know what part of Africa we come from. But did we start in Africa? No, we started in Israel. If you look up the history, right, you'll even see that we migrated through war, right? That we migrated from Israel and we just started moving further west till we went all the way to the America, the far west. Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 24 and verse 23. All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God. Even the law which Moses commanded for an heritage.
No, for a religion.
For an heritage.
For a denomination.
For an heritage.
For a nationality.
For an heritage unto the congregation of Jacob.
Jacob is Israel. His name was changed to Israel. You know that. Okay, all praise, right? So go ahead.
So the premise that we painting is the Israelites, these people went into captivity via cargo slave ships for their disobedience to God. Those same people would lose their heritage and not know who they are. They would call themselves a crayon color or bywords, like the scripture says.
Because if I ask you what your nationality is right now, what would you say? African. How can you be from two continents? Africa and America. America was named after the Italian mapmaker Amerigo Vespucci. Africa was named after the Roman general Leo Cyprius Africanus. Because it's divide and conquer. When they conquer a land, it's named after them. You got that precept too, actually. Whenever they conquer a land, they name it after themselves. Washington, D.C. Right? Even New York. Where did that come from? England. Because they got the Yorks over there in England. And they call it the New York, Columbia.
Right.
Because people don't even understand it. 90%, really over 90% of the Atlantic slave trade took place in South America.
That's right.
Only like 7 to 8% of the slave trade took place in the North Americas. That's why you got people down there like the Bahamas, right? Haiti, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, St. Lucius, right? But look how many black people you got over here in America right now.
Right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 48 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever,
Right.
and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
Because they want to live on forever. They want their names to stand forever. That's why we have this deceptive picture right here, because this is an actual man. Cesare Borgia, the son of Pope Alexander. Because he wanted his image to stand. And Leonardo da Vinci is the one that actually painted that picture. The Mona Lisa, that was his sister. So now you have Pope Alexander's children. Both of their images are immortal now. What you got?
I got the Jeremiah again, so I'm gonna read this again, right? It says, look at this title though, King, real quick. Look at this. It says, a gracious promise at the top. The prophet foresheweth the Jews' utter ruin, the captivity of Judah. So this is not just prescribed to one captivity. It's their utter ruin, them being destroyed ultimately and completely forgetting their heritage, which we have done today. We don't know who we are, right? So I'm gonna read this again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 16 and 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said that the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them.
Right.
And I will bring them again into their lands that I had gave unto their fathers.
Where's the land of the north? The North Americas.
Standing in it.
You standing right in the land of the north. This is prophecy.
Prophecy.
Right. This is how we understand the prophecies, brother, because if somebody says tomorrow it's gonna rain cats and dogs, and tomorrow it's physically raining cats and dogs, you'd be like, that brother's a prophet. You see what I'm saying? This is how we understand that this is prophecy.
AHOS.